and talk about the Carolina Panthers. Because this draft had a little bit of everything. It had some head scratchers, it had some upside swings, and a whole lot of day 2 magic. But let's start out with round 1 when the Panthers went with Arizona's wide receiver Tetairoa McMillan, right? I'm terrible with names, and once I struggle with one of the whole, whatever. You guys know who I'm talking about. He was a wide receiver out of Arizona, out of Arizona, and they drafted him at number 8. Now listen, the guy's a baller. Go back and watch the tape. He is a baller. He is long, he is physical, and he's got the traits to be a true number 1 receiver in the NFL. A little bit like Drake London, but a little bit more juice after the catch. But here's the thing. Was he the right pick at number 8? Carolina had much bigger needs, tight end, defensive end, even offensive tackle with Colton Loveland and Jalen Walker still on the board at this particular point. The Panthers may have reached here. So I got to give them a C. He is a good player, but questionable value. I didn't feel like it was the best use of a top 10 pick. And the Carolina Panthers should be used to be drafting in the top 10 by now, but they're still struggling year after year after year. Now, moving on to day 2. This is where things turned around fast. The Carolinas doubled up at edge rusher, grabbing Nick Scourton out of Texas A&M and Princely Umanmielen. Am I saying that right? Umanmielen from Old Miss. That's a lot of juice off the edge. Could they have addressed the secondary instead of doubling up? Sure, but you cannot argue the potential these two bring. The Carolina Panthers want to build through the trenches, and that's exactly what they did. Day 2, guys, gets an A-. They loaded up on pass rushers, and they did not miss. High upside, and both guys could contribute early, if not be day 1 starters. Now, moving on to day 3. This is where another eye browser day happened, right? With the 114th pick, they drafted Trevor Etienne, the Georgia running back. Now, Etienne is legit. Do not get it twisted. But this is a crowded backfield for the Carolina Panthers. They got Chuba Hubbard, who just got extended. They got Rico Dunwilly that just signed in free agency from the Dallas Cowboys. And they used a high pick last year on Jonathan Brooks. Look, I get he has talent, but was this a luxury pick? Maybe. Still, Etienne can ball, but I do not love that pick. Then came Leighton Ramson, a downhill safety out of Ohio State. He plays with the urgency and physicality, and I expect him to compete from snaps from day 1. Cam Jackson, the defensive end out of Florida, is a massive human being and could be a real asset in the running game. And don't sleep on Mitchell Evans, a Notre Dame tight end they got him in round 5, and I think he could thrive to be a 12 personnel package. This is a good value. Now, to round it out things, they did get Jimmy Horn Jr., a speedster out of Colorado in round 6. A depth piece, special teams guy could be a fun one to watch. But day 3 grade overall is a B+. Solid depth, smart picks, and a couple future starters, guys. This could work very, very well for the Carolina Panthers. So the final verdict that I have for the Carolina Panthers is the Panthers made up a lot of questionable. They made up for that questionable first round pick with the excellent rest of the draft. The defense reinforcements were smart. The tight end and safety additions were much needed. This isn't a flashy class, but a foundational draft pick what the Carolina Panthers need. And that overall gives them a B. It could have been an A if they would have nailed at pick 8, but this is still a job well done. But guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and remember, guys, we are live every Monday at 9 p.m. East Coast time here at youtube.com/manhour. But this is a live interactive show. Let's get into the comments and see what you guys are talking about, and let's discuss your thoughts. But we're not live, raw, uncut right now. We are live, but we're not live. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're new here, we are going through a little bit of transition. But simmer down now. We'll be back.